What's going on, guys? The Demigod back on Demigod ENT. Today we're going to be doing my spoiler review for my Nope review. Now, if you didn't already watch my first review, my non-spoiler review, you can go check that out right here and go see what I had to say there in that film. But I felt like I had to make a spoiler review for this movie because I felt like I really couldn't say much about this film inside the non-spoiler review because so much of this film is spoilers. I mean, it really is. And so with that being said, I'm just going to touch on some things that I liked inside of this movie, and obviously it's going to spoil the movie, so spoiler alert. And with that being said, let's get into this review, guys. Let's go. So first things first, I loved how the movie opened with the chimp, the whole Gordy storyline. I love that that was spliced in here. A big part of what I feel this movie was about was just animal nature in general, because we're studying the horses inside of here and how they react, especially with the horse seeing itself in the reflection. We're studying how Gordy was reacting on set once he got sort of, I guess, upset, and something obviously triggered him to begin acting out like that and just start slaughtering everyone, which when we really get to see that scene, that was absolutely horrifying and terrifying. Jordan Peele did some great things with that, man. He really did. When the chimp was beating that lady's face in pretty much, and then you see her in the stands later in the movie, how her face looked after that. Absolutely terrifying stuff, man. I loved it. And also the kid who was on the set, who obviously runs the ranch now and does the whole show for people. I guess it's an alien show that he runs, right? He shows people the UFO. He sends a horse off to sacrifice it, which was really good. Man, I'm gonna be bouncing all over the place, just a warning. But so OJ, Daniel Kaluuya's character, he goes to buy the horses back because obviously they were his father's horses. They mean something to him. He was selling them off after his father passed away, which we'll get into that too, obviously. He goes there to negotiate with the guy who's been buying his horses, and then the guy is kind of working his way around the conversation. You could tell he doesn't want to sell the horses back, and you're like, why? Is it just a business thing? But no, he's been sacrificing the horses to the alien. That's just a brilliant twist there. And then also how the horse named Lucky, of course, out of all the horses he sold to him, the one named Lucky is the one that just refused to run out there and get sacrificed, which caused, of course, the alien ship. And one of the best scenes in the movie, probably my favorite scene in the movie, probably one of the most horrifying scenes in the movie, where the alien ship comes, and obviously we know it's not an alien ship. I'll talk about that too. But so the alien ship comes, the UFO comes, and instead of it eating the horse and getting its feeding time like it was supposed to, the horse doesn't run out and it just sucks up the whole audience. And then we see the inside of it, and they're just screaming and yelling and begging for their lives as they get sucked up into, I don't know, this organism's mouth. That was terrifying. They're getting crushed inside of there. Man, I thought that was absolutely brilliant. And then of course the twist inside of here, how the alien is alive. You know, the ship, I mean to say, is alive. It's a living organism going around consuming things. Man, I thought that was terrifying. I thought it was a fantastic twist. I really did. Especially how Jordan Peele takes, stereotypical alien stories with it being, flying saucers and beaming people up, and it puts a twist on it because now it's alive. And the reason it's beaming people up is because it's consuming them. Just crazy stuff, man. Really crazy stuff. But going back to the beginning of the movie, past the chimp part that it opened with, where we see Daniel Kaluuya's character OJ on the farm with his father, the Haywards, I believe they were called. Also, the way he tied in that Black history with the Haywards being, of course, their very first motion picture, a 2-second clip of the black man on the horse. I thought that was great that he included that into this film because I already had previous knowledge of that going into this movie. So I really respect that Jordan Peele added that into this film. But that beginning scene where they're out there, training the horses, doing whatever they do, and then you just hear things flying down. You see, things hitting the ground, hitting the house, and you have no idea what exactly is going on at this here moment. And then you see his father kind of start to be slumped over on the horse. As soon as I see that, I knew he was dead, but I didn't know how. I'm like, still, what is going on? We see the blood dripping down, his body being carried off by the horse, and then you see a key stuck in the side of the horse, and it's just adding a lot of mystery, a lot of confusion, and a lot of things to unravel, and I really liked that. And then of course when they get to the hospital and he has a quarter stuck in his skull, I thought that was just genius stuff, man. I really did. I loved how later they reveal what that is. Basically, the alien, I mean, it's alive, right? So it's been consuming people and spitting back out everything that it, you know, I guess its body can't consume, such as metal and things like that, which means that even though it was eating these alive creatures, that being the horses, and that obviously the horse running off in the beginning, and the reason he couldn't find his horse is because obviously the alien consumed it and ate it, but how that tied in later to the movie with it spitting out everything, and when it started pouring out the blood over the house, just breathtaking stuff, man. Very psychologically disturbing stuff, because of course this is a psychological thriller, your boy's favorite genre, and I just loved all of these elements inside of the film. I mean, I feel like it was very layered, and as I said at the beginning, a study on animal nature, and I really liked that. Everything Jordan Peele just added into here, the things he had to say in here, really great stuff. Though I do have one mystery though, and that I just haven't been able to wrap my head around. I haven't searched it up or anything, you know, I talked about it with my friends after the movie or whatever, but the whole shoe standing up scene, do you guys know what I'm talking about? How after the alien consumes things, or I think it even happened during the whole chimpanzee scene, there's always a shoe sticking directly up into the sky. What was that about? If anyone knows the answer to that, let me know down in the comment section down below. I'm curious to know, because that is the one thing in this movie that I have no answers for. Like I said in my non-spoiler review, I'm definitely going to go see this movie again so I can catch everything that I missed. And it was just a fantastic film. Why wouldn't I want to see it again? But hopping back into here, man, the alien changing forms, how the flying saucer wasn't exactly its form. What I do wish we got in this movie was, I wish we got to see what was inside the cloud, because obviously it was hiding inside the cloud. That's where, I don't know, rests, or it's where its home is, inside that cloud that just never moves. I would love to know how that cloud got there. Obviously it's like its home or whatever, so how did the cloud get there? Is there more of these creatures inside the cloud? And that was just something I wish was explored a little bit more. I thought that would have been interesting to explore, especially if this thing was having some sort of offspring inside of there. Could you guys imagine that? If these things just took over the earth, we'd be fucked, right? But yeah, man, what else would I like to talk about? The whole kid on Gordy, I talked about it a little bit, how he had like that hidden room where I thought that was creepy, man, especially when you figure out the full story. You're a kid and you watch this chimpanzee slaughter all these people in front of you, and then you dedicate a whole room at your job or whatever to this place, a whole secret room. That's creepy, weird, scary, terrifying, psychologically disturbing. And clearly he was psychologically disturbed. We've seen when he would zone out and just imagine seeing that chimpanzee and what it was like. And also when the chimpanzee fist bumped him after beating the hell out of all those people and brutalizing them. Just crazy stuff, man. He's hiding under the table. Great stuff, man. I feel like I'm missing some things because, like I said, this movie's very later. There's a lot to talk about. Oh, obviously they live in that valley, right? So he's running that place, the whole saloon place where everyone goes. It's an attraction, right? He's running that place, and he already has knowledge of the alien, and he already has knowledge that it's alive too, because he's been feeding it creatures. So I wonder, you know, how did he come to that knowledge? That was interesting. He must be making a lot off those shows to be buying full horses and just sacrificing him for all these people to see. I mean, have none of these people gone to talk about this thing that they've been getting to see? Because to my understanding, he wasn't sacrificing the people, right? He wasn't sacrificing the people at the audience. He's only been sacrificing the horses. So what was that about there? Also, like I said somewhere in this review, I don't know, like I said, I'm gonna be hopping all over the place. This is a very jumbled and scatterbrained review, but what people was this alien consuming? Because to my understanding, he's been consuming the horses. The guy's been sacrificing the horses, but at the beginning of the movie, he spit out keys. So was he sacrificing people also, or was it just the alien happened to be finding people outside of the horses, and it had nothing to do with our characters at all? But yeah, I feel like I've said everything I wanted to say about this film, and at the same time, I feel like there's things I haven't touched on. Oh, the whole alien thing. He sent the kid aliens to the barn to play a little prank on him, and at first I was like, well, why would he send aliens and it happens to be an alien movie? Like, that's a weird coincidence. But then we find out he knows about the alien, he knows it's alive, so that explains that there. And yeah, man, I really loved this movie. I really did. I can't wait to go watch it again. I might go see it tomorrow, probably the same day I post this review. I'll be posting this the next day after I watched it. But man, fantastic stuff. Jordan Peele, I would give you a round of applause, man. A round of applause. I loved the movie. I did. 100% going to see this again. And with that being said, guys, let me know your favorite spoiler moments about this film down in the comment section down below. I'm curious to know what you guys felt about this movie. As you can tell, I really loved it. The ratings for it right now, the critic score is like at 81%. The last time I looked, in the audience score was like in the 70s, which was a bit low, honestly, from what I thought I would be seeing, but it makes sense why people would be mixed on this movie. I'm not surprised on that. It just happened to really hit home with me personally. And yeah, guys, so those are my thoughts on this film. That is the spoiler review for Jordan Peele's Nope. It's been a while since I've done a spoiler review for a movie, so that's how much I like this film. I had to bring back the spoiler reviews, which I'll probably be doing more of in the future for sure. But yeah, guys, let me know what you thought about it down in the comment section down below. If you don't know what I do here on Demigod, do commentary, reactions, reviews, so you can see that in the right place, man. Hit subscribe, hit the like button. I drop multiple videos a week on this channel, so you can expect out of me. And if you don't already know, I am the Demigod, the chosen one here on Demigod ENT. And I'm out of this thing, man. Appreciate y'all for watching these videos. Peace.